If you like seeing money back in your statement every month, then cashback is great for you. It's also good for people who do not have the luxury of time to keep scanning and looking out for those discounts in order to grab them. You can own multiple cashback cards and vary your spending each month once you know roughly where will your big expenses be. And the other thing to note is that, your spending might change from time to time. Where I was pregnant for most of the year, in the beginning I was shopping a lot for baby stuff like Shopee, Popsick, and all the different online stores that sell them would give me a higher return if I use a card that gives me online shopping returns. I use mostly the OCBC 365. Sometimes I mix it up with the OCBC Frank. When I gave birth in November, the bulk of my spending in that month was on my hospital bill. I used the CIMB MasterCard. It's 10% back on health, because I also bought stuff from for the baby and myself through the different categories, and I also got 10% back. For the younger folks, if they're not buying baby products but they're buying like fashion clothes, UOB YOLO is a pretty good one as well.
The first important thing is you need to understand how much you spend. What's your expenditure like? Is it an average spend? Is it a low spend? Is it a high spend? It can vary by person. $500 sometimes per month, all the way up to $5,000 per month. And then once you start looking at how much you spend, you also need to look at where all are you going to spend it on. So some of them might just have their basic needs where they're just spending it on groceries, transportation. You may be eating out or need it to double up as an EasyLink card. Sometimes you might have very specific categories where you spend a lot more on, like online shopping, and in some cases even when you're traveling overseas. Most of the cashback cards will have a minimum spend requirement in a month. So they would require you to spend 300, 500, in some cases, more than that. So that's important. You need to check because you won't get the headline rate, which is, usually in a percentage of 5%, 8%, sometimes even 10% if you don't spend that. The cashback that you get is not unlimited. Some of them, yes. But then obviously the cashback rate is also lower. When the cashback rate is high, usually the banks will cap the maximum cashback you can get, which means that you can get only $50 or $80 in a month, which is still a decent amount of money. But after that, you won't, get any cashback. So it's just capped at a certain amount. There are certain cards where you can, even when you pay your bills, you can get cashback. Some cards don't give you that. You may be paying for insurance. You can get cashback on that. Some cards don't give you that. Some people have resistance to paying fees. There are cards where you can actually waive off the fee if you spend a certain amount in a year. Some cards actually waive the fee for you, meaning there's no annual fee for the first 2 years or forever. So that's also a consideration when you're looking at cashback.